Hey there, this is Audra Hicks, your Tennessee Realtor. I wanted to talk to y'all about building your credit today. So please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned because I put the real in real estate. Okay, so I wanted to talk to y'all about building your credit, and I am not a financial advisor or, accountant, tax advisor, or whatever. So disclaimer there for that. But I do know from me and my hubby and son also building credit over the years and keeping it above 800 for us and what we did. So I'm going to tell you our experiences on what we've done to help do that. Number one is don't have any late payments on anything. Just try not to ever be late on anything, especially your mortgage. That's one of the big things there. Um, and if you have credit cards and you can use them wisely, do that. So, say you have a credit card and you put all your stuff on it because we have a credit card that we try to do everything we can during the month on it. Then, um, whatever it closed out, whatever balance it closed out on, at least pay that balance or more, and bring it down to a low amount, but keep some balance on there. Not a huge amount. Our credit cards, though, we can spend a lot on. So, depending on your credit limit on your credit card, say you had $1,000 credit limit and you used it, don't ever use over a third. If you can try, don't ever use over a third, they say. Use it. Even if you need to buy groceries or gas on it, let that close out. Then the next day, go in, pay that off before you use it again, and you will not incur interest. You will have it paid off, whatever the balance is, pay that first. Pay that off, and then whatever you want to put with it. Then, if you need to reuse it again each month, do that. That's a simple way of looking at it. For us, we have different credit cards for different things because we earn so much cash back that we like to use them and use it wisely so that we don't incur interest ever, but we're actually building our credit and everything. So we pay it all, whatever the balance was that it closed out, we pay at least that plus more to make sure it doesn't close out as a huge balance anyway. And then keep some on there because then the creditors look at that as okay, you have this available, but when you close it out, they show that you're using it. And then once it's paid off, you're not incurring interest and stuff, but it will help build your credit pretty quickly. A lot of my clients that don't have their credit exactly where it needs to be, the lenders will tell them if you open a credit card. Now, Dave Ramsey isn't going to like me telling you to do a credit card, but you have to use them wisely. Don't get in trouble with a credit card. Don't max it out. Don't even put half the credit limit on it and let it close out that way. But if you do it wisely, you can build your credit and make sure that you don't get in trouble by doing that. A lot of people are very good and savvy with their credit and using it like we are. We try to make sure that we're always doing what's best at keeping our credit above the 800. So we know how to, usually it's about 850-ish. Maybe it drops a little and goes up a little every month. It just depends. So within a few points. But we love that. If you are looking at, if you have got a child even, and you can add them as a user on your credit card and they're responsible, or you don't even give them a credit card, but you are responsible with your credit cards and don't max them out or late payments or whatever on that card that you put them on in order to build their credit. You don't want to hinder that by being late or having it maxed out because that would hinder their credit versus building it. But our son, we built his credit early on, and he has near 800 credit score as well. So that helped him early on. So if you can do that, I would add them. Make sure what age you have to be to do that. I forgot how old he was at that time. But also just make sure that you're not late on things. You don't max out or even, put over a third of what the balance, what, you have as a credit limit on that credit card. Never do that and let it close out. If you do, that's probably going to drop your credit score. So just look at the way you use things. And if you've allotted to pay cash for groceries and you have the cash or whatever it may be in the bank ready to use it, instead of using a debit card, use a credit card, do that and pay it down to where it's low, but you leave some on there and you'll start building your credit probably within a month or two as well. You'll start seeing that. But I say do it wisely. If you're one that doesn't like any credit whatsoever, no loans or anything like that, it's harder for you to have a credit score or even build a credit score if they don't know how well you are at your finances. So, do that and always consult a financial advisor. If you have any questions about that, they are the ones to ask, or look at people who have done what we have done, and go with that. I've helped many friends and clients that are like, how do you do it and how do you get a credit score to get higher? And I've walked them through the paces once they get a credit card and seen that their credit score has increased and they've started building their credit and doing it responsibly. So that warms my heart when they can do that, but they need to do it responsibly. If you're not responsible with credit cards or even with cash and you just use it when you have it, you might not need to do that. So, but that will help you build your credit. And like I said, the lenders have always told my folks that need to build their credit quicker to get a unsecured credit card. Usually that comes with a limit of probably $300 or $500, so you won't have to use too much of it to start to get that to work. But you always want to make sure you pay them off and don't incur interest. Interest can be high these days, so you just want to be careful. But I just thought I'd come on today and tell you a little bit about that. Just don't be late on things. Always make sure that you um, pay things as you go, and you're never be late on your mortgage. Mortgages usually have 1 through 15th, the 1st through 15th, to where you have that grace period in there to pay that mortgage. At usually after the 15th, depending on your mortgage, through the end of the month, there's a late fee added to your payment. If during that time you pay it, it will not hurt your credit, but you'll get a late fee. Now, if you have went past that end of the month and you're back into the next month again, you are going to get hit on your credit score and be late. Technically late, because I think it's like 30 days, maybe 29 days, whatever they go by. But I would make sure with your lender now what they say on that, because I've seen some people have to really pay it even and pay a late fee every time, but it doesn't get reported as technically late until they go they go past the end of the month. So it just depends on people's financial, what they make and what their income versus their outgo is too. So some people have to have that grace period of 1 to 15 days, and some people are in that 16 to 29 day or whatever, 29th of the month. And you just don't want to be late. You don't ever want to be late on your and let it get reported to your credit score. So that's some of that. Other ways that people have built their credit is to get a car loan. As they pay their car loan, it may ding them up front to begin with, but as they pay it and they start doing that, it may take a little longer to do it that way. But as long as they're on time, they've paid on time, and it gets reported, usually that's helping them build their credit as well. Once you buy a house and that starts getting reported, unless you're late, that's going to help you as well. But to try to boost it quicker, that's why I was talking about the credit card thing, and doing that. And again, I'm not a financial advisor, so I'm disclaiming. I'm going to put a disclaimer in there to consult your financial advisor or somebody that you really trust, on that. But I just know what we have done over the years, and how it works for us. But don't ever charge anything on your credit card that you don't already have enough money to pay for. That's one piece of advice that I will give you. If you don't have enough money to pay for it, don't even put it on there. I'm just talking about if you already use it and use it wisely on the things that you use during the month, and pay it down, but don't pay it all the way off. Don't incur interest, and then you'll just keep doing that, and you'll be building your credit. So hopefully this has helped you today. If so, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like and share with your family and friends, and comment below as well. So I will see y'all next time. Bye, y'all.